Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti from anthonymorganti.com, and this is episode 144 of Photo Critiques. And in this episode, I'm pleased to critique the work of Oliver O'Neill. And Oliver sent me in some really nice shots. This first one of the flower, it's very nice. F of 5.6, so we blurred out the background real nice with that, relatively wide open aperture. It was at 47 millimeters, 1/50th of a second. It is kind of, bullseyed in the middle, but it helps that this one is off and we didn't overlap them, which is good. We want some separation there, so it really isolates this flower. I would like to see it, though, not necessarily right in the middle, like just off to the side a little bit. I think it would help the image a lot. The other thing, it's slightly overexposed. As you look at it, you can just see how this yellow is just so strong, and there's really no detail in that area. And I'm saying less than a stop, maybe half a stop, like there's a 0.4, bringing it down a little. And you can see how it brought out more detail in the actual flower itself, just as the subtle way the sun or the light is falling on it. There's brighter, there's darker. If you kind of look right in here where the focal point was, you can see that there's a little more detail. So I think that if we just underexpose that just a touch, well, I should say, I think it was overexposed there, so I think that's proper exposure there. This is a really cool shot. I like this. We have these natural leading lines of the plant. They're all bringing us back towards the fly right here. And it's really well done. Very nicely done. I like the composition. This is something where you work the scene. You see the fly sitting here, and you get yourself in a position that complements the fly by having all these lines. And it's really a nice job. It's a nice shot too. I believe this is St. Paul's Cathedral here. Very nice, very nice. It's 2.5 seconds at f of 5 ISO 100, and exposure's just perfect. I don't know how often you get a sky with some stars in London. I've never been there, but I hear it's often overcast. But it would really be nice if we had some stars in this shot. So if this is a place you could return to a lot and come back and hopefully get a clear night with stars, it would be really a spectacular shot if you could add some stars. This shot too, if we could have stars up here, it would really add to the whole scene. But we do have these receding lines that are coming through the shot, and very well done. This is 99 seconds at f8. When you have that long of a shutter, if anyone walks through the scene, they usually won't show up at all in the scene, in a darker scene like this. And you did a real nice job. It's like perfectly exposed, I believe. I just, it's the sky itself, though, if there were stars, I think it would really push it over the top. Also, there's a big sensor spot right there, so we really got to get rid of these sensor spots. And I don't see any others just at a quick glance, but we do have one right there, so we got to get rid of that sensor spot. It's a fiery sky, pretty cool, nice silhouetted, very nice. I like the way the trees are. We have this kind of framing going on. It's a really neat shot. This is nice too. We got some framing on either side. Stuff too, when we have framing, like I said, we really need something compelling that the frame is pointing us to. So you got this over here and this over here, and you're telling the viewer, well, don't look over here and don't look over there. Look over here. And we see this pond, but if there was something else in there, even a bird swimming around, something compelling in the middle here, or even way up here that was leading us through, that we could our eyes could resolve on something, I think it would help the shot a lot. It's another one with the sky. This scene here, though, isn't as compelling. The these building here with the apartments, it's not attractive. It's not like the high rent district or anything like that, where you'd be looking at all these expensive like doors and fixtures and things like that. We have a busy, overgrown backyards a little bit, so it's mainly just a picture of the sky. And you did a nice job with exposing the sky. There are some dark parts. Typically, when I first started out in photography, I should say that I would tend to have the sky look real dark, even darker than this. And then I found out later that that just doesn't look natural, and most people don't like that, so I backed it off a little bit. But you did an okay job on here. just, you know, it is heavily processed. We could see that glow, that white glow coming off things, off the building a little bit. And we have this kind of black, wherever there's dark areas, this kind of black bleed coming out. So you want to be careful of that. Usually you have to pull down contrast a little bit and clarity in Lightroom if you're using Lightroom. It means you probably tweak those up a little too high. A selective color shot, very interesting. We have this sign here that's the only bit of color in the entire shot, and it's nice. I like that you didn't bullseye this. This is, you know, probably in the area of a rule of thirds placement, and it's very well done. I like this shot. I like this. You got this really reflective wall. So this is one that I'm sure Oliver stood here and said, "This, I see an image here. How could I make a compelling image?" And you know, it's this highly reflective wall, and then we have this kind of mirrored image going on here, and it's very well done. So I encourage everyone. You know, you come to a scene. You know, you got to look at what you could exploit, what you want to minimize in the shot, and look for ways that you could do that creatively. There we go. And I think Oliver did a real nice job on this shot. Oh, we got a couple more. This is another selective focus one. We focused on the grasses here. We have this out of focus. It looks like it was a super busy background, but using that f-stop of 5.6 did a real nice job of blurring that out enough where these stand out. And we have a nice focus, did a really nice job. I like they're really bright. They are probably a tiny bit overexposed, but I think that helps, that works in this instance because the background is a little darker and these are considerably brighter, so it makes them stand out. So there's times when you don't want to be perfectly exposed, you want it a little bit overexposed, and it's a really nice shot. This is a nice another selective focus, and you know, one of those bridges where you get these locks, and you know, for your significant other, and you put, you know, stuff like this on it, and you would lock the padlock onto the bridge and then throw your key into the water, and that seals your love forever. That's the thought, and it's a really cool shot. I really like this shot. Nice job of selective focus, having this over here. These are blurry and then the back is real blurry. Really nicely done. This shot I like a lot too. I like what you did here. You took an angle, went up at the building, probably couldn't get the entire building in from any other angle that without getting maybe some stuff that wasn't, you know, as good looking in the shot. But I think what makes the shot is having the sign come into the shot, so we know exactly where we are and what we're looking at, where you are in this world, and we could tell because of that sign. And the sky is nice and blurred because of the 20-second exposure, f11, and the focus is perfect, and it's really nice shot. I really like this one, Oliver. That's it, I think. Yep. That's it for Oliver. Thank you for sharing your work with us. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully you could get back to those sites if you have a rare night that has some stars in the sky, and you could retake those shots with some you know, stars in the sky. I think it would really improve those shots. I'd like to thank everyone that watches all my videos. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys have time, go over to my website, anthonymorganti.com. I've been buried in these critiques. I've been trying to get them all done so I could do my other videos, and I have like 2 or 3 more videos immediately planned for my Lightroom series, a bunch more videos planned for the Photoshop series and for the Photoshop Elements series. So I know I haven't been pumping those out. It's because of these critiques. I mean, there was one day a few weeks ago where I got 11 critiques in like just the daytime, in less than a day. I got 11 in, and since at that time I was doing like one every 2 days, it's just, you know, do the math. I couldn't keep up with it, and that's why I'm no longer accepting any new images for critique. And once I'm done with these critiques, I'm done with this series. I'm not going to be doing the critiques anymore, but I am going to be doing a mentoring program, and there'll be a description, or there'll be a link in this video in the description, and you could click on that and it'll explain more specifically why I'm not going to be doing the critiques, and it mentions the mentoring program, and I'm really looking forward to that, where I could really help a photographer one-on-one. So you might want to check that out. And that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon.